Hello friends, welcome to Inside SciCan Initiative. In today's video, we are going to discuss about following 5 topics. We starts with J&K Reorganization and Reservation Bill, and we are going to end with the Special Enquiry Committee of Parliament, which is related to Ethics Committee and the issue of Mahwa Moitra. Now the first one, let me explain the Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Reservation Bill. You know that students, in 2019, Jammu Kashmir status converted from state to UT, which can be done only through Parliament. In that process, Article 370 got abolished, and even that particular Jammu Kashmir Reorganization Act was clearly saying that number of assembly seats in Jammu Kashmir can be changed. Not only that, when you refer the Article 3, you will see that when two states are divided or when state boundaries are changed, that subsequent consequential changes will be happen related to that particular article. Here, after Jammu Kashmir becomes UT, there are certain changes are going to be happen, that is number of seats in assembly. You may get doubt, delimitation won't be there till 2026 as. Here we are not changing the states representation in Lok Sabha. That means here Lok Sabha seats are not increasing, only state assembly seats are getting increasing. And even regarding the reservation bill, previously this backward underprivileged community, they used it to be there. Now we replace that word with the backward class. Now we will see regarding this particular thing. Lok Sabha passed these two bills. One is regarding the J&K Reorganization Bill, and the second one is regarding J&K Reservation Bill 2023. The special status given to Jammu Kashmir under Article 370, it got removed by Parliament in 2019. The J&K, it was split into two UTs. One is J&K, the other one is Ladakh through J&K Reorganization Act 2019. You know the students, if you remember, J&K UT, it is having separate high court as well, like Delhi. These are the only two UTs having their own high court. Next, of course, even in Supreme Court also proceedings went few months back on regular basis regarding when the statehood will be restored to Jammu Kashmir. Even in today's Hindu newspaper editorial also you can find that the editorial was saying that the statehood of the Jammu Kashmir has to be restored as quick as possible. The Legislative Assembly of Jammu Kashmir, initially it was having 100 members, but later it was increased to 111. Out of this, 24 POK seats, and they were not considered for the quorum. That means they are not going to be filled regularly. So if you leave this 24 out of this 111, then how many seats are going to be contested? 87 seats are going to be contested, including 4 from Ladakh. After delimitation in 2020, then this 110 seats increased to this number of seats increased to 114. Out of this, let's see, out of this 107 to 114, actually number of seats increased, see 114, previously how many? 107. Out of this 114, certain number of seats reserved to SC. How many seats? 7 seats reserved to SC and 9 seats reserved to ST. If you remember students, these 7 seats increased in these 7 seats. In Jammu, okay, in Jammu they increased the 4 seats, and in Kashmir they increased the 3 seats. These two bills, the Lieutenant Governor even can nominate 2 members from the Kashmiri migrant community. You know that Kashmiri Pandits who were living in valley area, they left the valley area after certain communal violence. So for them 2 seats were reserved, and they will be nominated by Lieutenant Governor. And even one person can be nominated, that out of these 2 Kashmiri migrants, one should be the woman. And these Kashmiri migrants were the people who migrated after 1st November 1989. This was the cutoff date. This bills also added that Lieutenant Governor even can nominate 1 member who representing the displaced persons from POK. Whoever displaced from POK after India-Pakistan wars in 1947, 1965, 1971, for those people also we are giving political representation. That feature also there in this bill. And this bill is also replacing the weak and underprivileged classes with the word other backward class as declared by the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Bill. These are the 2 changes being enforced through these 2 amendment bills. This is the topic number 1. The second topic, Gemini. So this is the artificial intelligence initiative from the Google. Of course, this Gemini is also having various versions, okay, based on the user's requirements. The advanced one is available only to few users, and this advanced version can perform very complicated tasks. And the regular version is similar to Google Bard. Now let's see further information regarding the Gemini. It is a artificial intelligence model announced by Google. It was the latest one, and it is a multi-modal general artificial intelligence. Through this AI model, this can understand and work with different formats including text, code, audio, image, video. So all this can be workable with this one, and it is now available to users across all the different platforms including the Google Bard. Even it is available in Google Pixel 8 Pro devices as well. It can understand and explain and generate high quality codes for the people who wanted to use languages such as Python, Java, C++ and Go. For these developers, it can generate the codes as well. And this is available in 4 versions: Ultra, Pro, Nano. Ultra version, it can perform very complicated tasks, and it available to only few customers, and it is deployed in pilot basis. And then Gemini Pro, it is going to be applicable on a wide range of services for a regular users across the world. And Gemini Nano, it is on devices tasks it can perform. That means it can perform even a simple tasks in mobiles as well as in tabs. It can summarize the recorded apps, and it can give smart reply by using the Gboard, Google Board, and it is already available in Pixel 8, and this available version will be more refined in this Gemini Nano. This is the second one, Gemini. The third topic is Miyawaki Forest. Here Miyawaki Forest is all about generating forest kind of environment by using seedlings. Here this particular method follows no management is the best management. That means once we planted the seeds in a very dense manner, then it will live up to 3 years. It will be taken care. If any weeds are there, that will be removed. After that, it will be left like a natural forest. It will grow. Nowadays, this Miyawaki method is particularly useful in urban forestry. Now let's see southeastern coal fields. They are going to undertake Miyawaki forestation in the coal belt region of Chhattisgarh. You know, students, in the coal belt region, coal will be extracted either through underground mines or through open coal field. If it is the open mining, then lot of land will be wasted. In those lands, if that land will be used to generate this kind of forest, the land conservation can be restored again. That is the idea here. Miyawaki method is a afforestation technique used for the cultivating of fast growing native plants. Here you have to understand native plants. We are not planting a plant which is not in that area. It is developed in 1970s by Japanese forest ecologist Akira Miyawaki. Japanese ecologist. Steps involved: native plants in a particular given area, so it will be implanted, and before that the soil will be mixed with organic material and plant seedlings of native trees, understory plants in a dense mixed manner that will be implanted. Here dense means almost all 3 saplings or seedlings per square kilometer, and up to 3 years that particular program will be, or plantation area will be taken care. If any weeds, they will be removed. After that, that particular groove area it left to its own devices. Due to this dense planting, the plants will compete each other for sunlight and they mimic the natural forest conditions. That is about Miyawaki method. Benefits of Miyawaki forest: it grows very rapidly, increase the soil as well as biodiversity, increase forest resilience, and we can reclaim the land which was used previously for any mining kind of activities. It can prevent calamities like soil erosion and reduce the flood speeds and reduce the maintenance cost as well, because we are living on its own. Only first 3 years it requires maintenance. That is about the third one, Miyawaki method. Next, critical minerals. What are the critical minerals? Critical minerals are very rare in nature, and the supply of that critical mineral, if it is affected, the economy of the country will be affected significantly. America identified 35 minerals as critical, and the identification of critical minerals also differ from nation to nation, that we have to understand. And they are very essential to the economic as well as the national security, and they form very vulnerable supply chain. That means in case if any deficit in these critical minerals, those vulnerable chains will got impacted. If you look at here, critical minerals like lithium, it uses in the batteries, helium, MRIs, uranium used in the radiation therapy, potash used in the fertilizers, indium used in the LCD screen, and strontium used in the fireworks. These are some of the critical minerals. Industry wise, telecommunication and electronics, they highly dependent on critical minerals. After that, energy, defense, aerospace and transportation are the sectors which dependent on these minerals. Around 20 blocks of critical minerals, they called for auction for commercial mining by the private sector. Here, Geological Survey of India plays very crucial information, students. This Geological Survey of India, it works under the Ministry of Mining. This critical mineral, when its supply chain is affected, then obviously economy also will be affected compared to other minerals. These minerals are very essential for economic development as well as the national security. Okay, some few geographical locations, they could potentially lead to the supply chain vulnerabilities. That means these are located to particular geographical areas, and the supply chains in that geographical areas will affect the rest of the world. In 2023, government created a list of 30 critical minerals for India. This number is very important, 30 critical minerals identified by government of India. And India heavily relies so far on the imports of critical minerals like lithium, nickel, copper, and highlighting the strategic significance. Because when we are importing any mineral, means we are depending on that on particular country for that particular mineral. Here, the Geological Survey of India, it takes up numerous projects to explore critical mineral reserves across the country, and it can identify. Geological Survey of India, it is a specific agency. It works under the Ministry of Mines. It is one of the oldest organization in India, which was founded in 1767. It was the oldest organization after survey, oldest survey in India after Survey of India, oldest organization after Survey of India. So in how many areas it is having regional offices? 6 areas. Where is the headquarter? Calcutta. Remember, these kind of headquarters related questions also been asked in 2022 UPSC prelims regarding the T boards. They asked the question related to T board. So you have to be very careful about where these regional offices and the main offices as well. Next topic is regarding the Mahua Maitra. The Ethics Committee of Lok Sabha recommended the expulsion of the Mahua Maitra, and the Lok Sabha expelled this member of parliament Mahua Maitra for unethical conduct and breach of privileges. You know that, students, MPs are having the privileges according to Article 105. If minister violated the privilege of MP, then privilege motion will be used against the minister, and if other MPs privileges are violated by member of parliament, then that will be investigated by ethics committee or privilege committee, and suitable action will be recommended to the committee, to the house. You have to remember, the recommendations made by the parliamentary committees, they are only advisory in nature. Parliamentary committees are two types. Some are permanent committees like standing committees, some are temporary committees such as ad hoc committees. In permanent committees, one type of committees are committees to inquire. These committees to inquire consist of committee on petition, committee on privileges, and ethics committee as well. Okay, this ethics committee, it will inquire about the ethical conduct or deviation from ethical conduct of a member of parliament in the house. It was relatively new committee. Originally it was established in Rajya Sabha. Later this committee established in Lok Sabha as well. It was established in the year 2000. And this ethics committee identified that the prima facie evidence was there, and she took money, Mahua Maitra, she took the money, and after taking the money, she asked such questions against the Adani group of companies. And this committee opinion that this is unethical and she has to be expelled. But here you have to understand, when a member is expelled, still there is no clear whether that seat will get vacant or not, because Supreme Court given two different judgment at two different times. This privileges committee or ethics committee, mainly parliament privileges, this idea we brought from Britain. Okay, the privilege committee mainly it deals with the serious accusation against member, and it empowered to examine and recommend action for breach of privileges. Constitutional aspects of expulsion. Normally, vacancy of seats deals by Article 101. You know that disqualification under Article 102. If you look at here, Raja Rampal versus Honorable Speakers 2007, Supreme Court upheld that Parliament's power to expel members for breach of privileges is right. So it supported. But here in 2010, in the Amarinder Singh versus Special Committee, Punjab Vidhan Sabha, here the court held expulsion by the State Assembly is unconstitutional. That means House cannot make the seat vacant under this category. Now let's see what the Supreme Court will tell in this particular case. Then about yesterday's question, which one among the following is India's mixed World Heritage Site? B. Kanchenjunga National Park. Yesterday I told you, mixed site means both naturally important as well as the culturally important. That is a mixed site. Kanchenjunga, even it is a biosphere reserves as well. Next, today's question. The Miyawaki method is well known for what? Read these four statements and pick the right one and put your answer in the comment section. Mains one. The rise of AI can have far-reaching social implication, of course, including raising inequalities, challenges to social norms, and potential manipulation of public opinion, and ethical consideration involving understanding and managing this broader social impact examine. So, what are the impact of AI in these areas? That you have to explain here. Then, as we reach to the end of this video, in this particular video, we discussed about these following 5 topics, and this is a detailed analysis of today's current issues. Thank you.